Hello and welcome to the Lord's Last Play. I'm your host, Megan Ben, and in our space today we have Quin Doherty from DC Golf. How are you doing today, Quin?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I am a little tired. It's the end of the semester and it's ramping up with a lot of assignments, group work, and everything due all at once basically, but I'm getting through it.
Oh yeah, me too. I've had a bunch of work to do recently, so.
Yeah, they love to put everything on you at this time of the year, and I'm like, I have 7 courses. You can't all give me major assignments at this time, but we're getting through it.
Yeah.
So like you said, you're on the golf team. How many years have you been with the golf team?
I've been with the golf team for 2 years.
2 years?
So this is my second year, and I think it might be my last, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. When did you start playing golf overall?
I started playing golf in 2020. I played before that, but it was only like maybe once a year or something, but I started getting serious in 2020 around there, so 4 years ago.
What made you start getting serious about golf?
I think it was COVID mostly. I couldn't really do anything else. I stopped playing hockey, so I think it was COVID that just got me into it, and I kind of got addicted.
I guess golf is good for that, like the social distancing. You can space out your holes and not really talk to anybody. Okay. Yeah. So your team finished 5th at Nationals, and going into it, you were ranked 15th. What was your strategy?
I think we were just trying to play it simple. Not everyone had like their best game. Some guys showed up a lot more than others, which was nice. Other players like helping us out. So, for example, I didn't have the best season, but my teammates picked me up, and we ended up finishing not bad. So we were happy about that. We were happy we made it to Nationals, and we just wanted to have a good showing out there.
Yeah. So golf is like a tournament sport. Like what is the structure of that? So do you go to like regional golf meet? Is that the proper term? Golf meets?
So at the start of the year, we have like a handful of tournaments. So say we have 4 like single day tournaments or 2-day tournaments, which are just like to get ready for provincials. Mm-hmm. And provincials was at Barrie this year. So basically how it works is 5 guys go to the tournament and 5 guys play each round, and provincials was 3 rounds. So you take the best 4 scores out of each round, and the top 5 made it. So we got in that top 5, which was nice to make it to Nationals.
Okay. So golf is a team sport, but like you said, your team like ebbs and flows and picks up during weaknesses. How do you guys build team chemistry then as like a solo playing sport, but like cumulatively being a team?
I think the biggest thing was our practices. We practiced a lot in the summer and up leading to the season, so we got to know each other real well, and we always want to do good for each other, not only ourselves. So I feel like that's a big thing. Like when you're on the course, you're not only thinking about yourself, but the other guys too, and you want to do good for them, because you don't want to play half the round, say you're not playing good, and give up and sort of ruin it for everybody. So you got to sort of pick yourself up and try and do your best, even if you're not playing to your full potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the golf team's home course? Like
the home course is Watson's Glen in Ajax.
Watson's Glen in Ajax. Okay,
Pickering. It might be Pickering.
I don't golf at all. I have a question. So, what's a birdie? What does par mean? So I was reading through your stats, and some things we're talking about, like birdies, pars, plus 4s or plus 1s. I don't know. Can you explain that to me?
So basically each hole has a par, and par would basically be even on that hole. So say the first hole, of course, is a par 4. Mm-hmm. That means if you get a 4, that you're even on that hole, which is basically like what you're supposed to get on that hole. Okay. And say you get a 3 on that hole, which is 1 under par, that would be a birdie. Okay. So you want to get more birdies, obviously. Pars are good too. You just want to limit the bogeys and double bogeys.
Okay, so is like the number equivalent to how many strikes at the ball you have?
So say it's a par 4, you hit the ball 4 times, it's par. Yeah.
That's math.
Oh yeah.
I'm so thankful. The hardest math I have to do in rugby is like adding conversions to the 5. So like a conversion's worth 2, and then each try is worth 5. Yeah. And sometimes that screws me up. So I'm glad I know what that is now. You have been coached by one of the winningest coaches in OCAA history, Mike Duggan. What is that like?
Yeah, I really like having Coach Mike as our coach. Obviously, he's a great guy, and like I feel like he just brings the team together. Last year was really good too. Just he always seems to make everyone feel like they belong. And just we all enjoy having him as a coach, and it's sad that it's his last year coaching. So it was nice having him this year.
Yeah, Duggan's great. I like working with him. I like talking to him. He has so many great stories. I have to catch up on more of his South Africa stories later on this year, but yeah. Do you have any professional golfers that you look up to and why?
I think the main one would probably be Tiger Woods.
I was about to say,
you know?
say my man Tiger. Okay.
Yeah, like
why?
there's a few golfers I like, but I feel like Tiger's just the main one. Just seeing him, I feel like in 2019 when he won the Masters again, I feel like that was a big moment, and I was watching, so I was like sort of kicked off my golf career per se from there, and sort of motivated me to be like want to be good at golf and play golf for Durham College.
I think it's really sweet. I've seen like some videos of him golfing with his son, and it's so uncanny, like the way that they both like pose on like their golf clubs or just like watching. I was like, you're definitely your father's son, but that's really sweet. I wish I could. My mom can't play rugby, but I think it's nice to have like that shared sport with your parents.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom, if you'd like to pick up rugby, let me know. What piece of advice would you give to high school athletes who want to pursue post-secondary athletics?
The advice I'd give is just to not be scared, just try and play in more tournaments, leading up to college. And even if you have a couple bad rounds here and there, as long as you bounce back, just don't be afraid to try it out. You might as well give it a try if you can, because you never know what happens. A lot of guys I know that have been in that same boat and wasn't sure if they wanted to play or not, and they end up either emailing coach and trying out and then making the team. It's like sort of like a lifelong bond after that, so it's pretty life-changing. So
what was your steps to get connected with DC Golf?
I think that I sort of just knew about it because I only started playing tournaments a year or two before coming here, and I knew a few guys that played previously, and one of the guys that was on the team this year, Sean McLicka, played the year before I went to Durham, and I went to a different college before, so I just figured I'd try it out, come to Durham, email coach, and here we are now.
History.
Yeah.
What would you go back and say to yourself in your first year as a college athlete?
I think maybe there isn't much I'd say. Maybe just to not be afraid to try new things in a way. I feel as though I was pretty dedicated in golf, and I was putting school first still, but I was still getting a lot of practice in. I just say make sure you're keeping up with your classes and stuff, because there's always a balance, but you're always able to fit enough golf in too. You're always able to fit enough golf in to get better during the season. So
do you ever go to those golf simulators? I can't remember what they're called, but where you I don't know, it's like a projection screen and then you aim it. I always wonder how those work, because I'm are you actually getting my swing accurate wherever it's going on the computer? But
yeah, we've been to a couple of those in the winters. Some of them are pretty good and some of them aren't very accurate, but yeah.
Actually, I would like to throw this out there. I went pro in Wii Golf. Doesn't mean I can golf in real life, but I went pro in Wii Golf, and it was the best moment of my life. So my last question is, what is your favorite part about being a DC athlete?
I think my favorite part is just the atmosphere and, getting to know everybody and all the different teams and everyone on the golf team. It's we're all really close. We hang out outside of our sport and we play other sports together too. So I feel like it's just the fun of playing and also the connections that I've made in these 2 years at Durham.
Yeah. I love it. Now I'm part of the basketball team, and it's such a different culture, but it's within the greater culture of being a Durham athlete.
Yeah. And
it's so much fun. I feel like their wins are my wins. When I see team volleyball, I was cheering yesterday. I was like, yes, we swept them. It's so much fun. And men's basketball hit 100 points yesterday, and I was cheering so loud in the stands. But it's that family. You're so proud of your family all the time. Wins or losses, I see how hard all of us DC athletes work, and I'm just yes, you're making it. So it makes me very happy. Last and final bonus question. As we know now, it's Mike's last year as the golf coach. Do you have a message of endearment that you would like to share with him and his time that he's had here and touching you in your golf career?
Yeah, I just like to thank him he's done a lot. He's helped me out a lot, helped a lot of my friends out a lot. So I just feel like he's done a great job. There's nothing else I'd rather want. There's no one else I'd rather want coaching me. So just thankful for him. Yes. And I hope he enjoys the retirement of it. Yeah, he enjoys some time off.
Thank you, Mike. So this has been the Lord's Last Play with Quin from the golf team. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. Please don't forget you can follow the DCSA Media Hub on Instagram at DCSA Media Hub, and you can always catch me on the women's rugby page at DCW Rugby. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.